tardy in evaluating the journal. We have distinguished board members. We are rotating some off and recruiting some new ones. We basically appointment is for 2 years, and every 2 years we rotate people. So please, if you have a candidate you wish to be considered, send their names to us, and we will evaluate and include in the editorial board of the journal. I mentioned to you about our webinars. We will come back to this shortly. And our panelists I will introduce: Jeff Mulkington, who hopefully will be joining us soon if he has not already. Jeff is the director of Cincinnati Heart Institute. Dr. Swetney Chen, who is assistant professor at UC Colorado. Dr. Lombardi, he is from University of Naples and associate professor. Yibin, who is the head of the cardiometabolic unit at Singapore Heart Institute or National Institute. I get that always wrong. And Duke Nas Medical School. And Dr. Xinyang Hu, he is the director of science and cardiology and medicine at Zhejiang University. These are our panelists for today. And Joe Vu, I will say a few words about Joe Vu. I will keep this screen on for you all to see. And but let's see, there's before okay. So Joe is really is probably one of the most eminent physician scientists of our time. He is truly a pioneer from the very early days of stem cell, iPS cells, when Yamanaka used his 4 factors to convert somatic cell to a pluripotent cell. Joe took over the cardiovascular aspects of it and led the field in generating and characterizing iPS-derived cardiac myocyte. He really now is widely recognized as the world-class authority in generation and characterization and application of iPS system. And his range of his really breadth of his discoveries and research programs include tissue engineering and space medicine, as well as generation of numerous iPS models for heritable diseases, including cardiac arrhythmias, cardiomyopathies, and so forth. Joe has really a beautiful, exemplary pedigree. He received his MD from Yale, and then did a PhD in molecular and clinical pharmacology at UCLA, where he also completed his cardiology and internal medicine training, and recruited by his former late mentor, Dr. Sam Gebir, to join Stanford and lead the CVRI Cardiovascular Research Institute at Stanford, which really has established a place as the most prominent leading cardiovascular research institute in the country. Dr. Wu not only is the director of the program, but also has the endowed position of, and chair of Simon Sturtzel Professor of Medicine and Radiology at Stanford. As I indicated, Joe's research has been largely focused on iPS-derived cardiac myocyte characterization and application of those. He uses those to delineate the molecular basis of human diseases. In addition, he uses iPS cardiac myocyte. What he designed and coined the term clinical trial in a Petri dish. He uses them to identify new drugs, to test their toxicity, and basically advance the steps through FDA regulatory approval of new agents and compounds through his clinical trial in a Petri dish. He has, Joe, been very successful in making seminal discoveries. His chemically induced iPS cardiac myocyte is a classic, has received over 1,000 citations. Is introduced totally a new concept and field and really broadened the field of generation of IPS. He has published his work in over 700 papers in almost all major journals that you can name, and he has collected over 35,000 citations. He is an H index of 130. He is the top 0.1 percentile of scientists in terms of citation, recognized by Clarivate, used to be Reuter Thompson, and over the past several years. Joe really also has an enviable, I would say, accomplishments in terms of recognition. He is the poster child of success in all aspects. He has been awarded the Presidential Early Career Science and Engineering Award by President Obama. Several years ago, he has received NIH Director Award, NIH Pioneer Award, Transformative Award, as well as award from AHA for his Distinguished Scientist Award, Established Investigator Award, and you name it. Basically, recognized and appreciated by numerous organizations for his contribution and his wonderful collaborative spirit, which really has facilitated the career of many investigators in the country and in the world. Joe is a member of ASCII Society, a member of American Association of University Cardiologists, as well as member of AAP, Association of Physicians, and you name it, several others, including American Association of Advanced Sciences, and several others. Joe serves as I indicated, because of his really facilitating drug screening, toxicity of the drug, whether chemotherapeutic agents or others, through his trials in a dish. He serves on the FDA advisory board. He's a key member of there. He's also on numerous journals, including JCI and Circulation and Nature and CVR and others. He really has been an exemplary, outstanding collaborative scientist who is very much willing to share his resources that he had generated for all investigators throughout the world, and for that really been truly exemplary leader. This lecture is named after his former mentor, Sam Gabir, who is a leading, pioneering imaging physician scientist at Stanford, and also a mentor to Joe. We really would like to appreciate that as well. With that, Joe, we're grateful to you for your participation today. And thank you for giving today's webinar. With that, I'll turn on my screen off and give the podium to you to lead the way.